Right guys, so I took a break once I managed to land this thing on here, and I decided it's probably not wise, even though I really want to show you how to get the hydrogen going, it's probably not wise for me to go balls to the wall into that. So first thing that I am going to do is just going to get a sort of basic manufacturing base built around here. So I'm just going to get the outline built, and then I will crack on with other stuff. Right guys, so I've built a little area out here. Let's turn on the lights so you can see. Right, so I built a little area out there. Now if you're wondering why I've got those 3 blocks there, I'm going to be building a medical room on top of them, and I want to have conveyors. But before I do that, I think to make everything a little bit more efficient, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build myself some better tools. So I'm going to go into the tool section here. Now you'll notice you've got these tools with these little stripes on them. And I currently can't do that one because I don't have platinum ingots, but I can build a tier 2 grinder, a tier 2 hand drill, a tier 2 welder, and I can build myself a... Can I build myself an elite one? No. I can build myself precise automatic rifle. Right, okay, so I'm going to grab those into my inventory. Now, obviously, if I die, I'm going to have to mess around. Now, they don't automatically go on your bar. What you need to do is go to your character tools and then grab the advanced versions onto your toolbar. Now, I would also say the proficient grinder is very good if you're breaking things down. Not so good if you're making adjustments to things, because it does break things down very quickly, and the tier 3 one is even worse. If you have a look now, we actually have a half decent rifle. Now the elite version of the rifle actually gives you rapid fire and that. What I need to do is grab the stuff for some conveyors. So I'm going to grab all this stuff here, and I'm just going to put it into an empty place, if there is one. There we go, that'll do. Now we're going to need 3 conveyors to start off with, if not more. Now what you're going to want is, just so you don't get confused, you're going to want conveyor junctions. So I want 3 of those. Conveyor junctions are things where you can have conveyors coming in all 4 directions, whereas a conveyor tube is A, slightly less fugly, and B, it will be slightly less resources, I think, slightly less. But if we have a look around here, that is a conveyor junction, and these are conveyor tubes. So, you know, I mean, junctions will do all of the functions of a tube, but sometimes you just want the tube. It looks better. Now, this is where the first time probably going to encounter this is where you get a multi-block. So if I go into conveyors, so to get the conveyor junction, you don't need to do that. You can actually grab this conveyor tube, and I'll put that down here. And then what you do is you just scroll your mouse wheel through to what you need. And that's going to annoy me if it's faced like that. There we go. 2, 3, so let's build these. Right, now I'll be able to connect things up to this. Probably not going to be able to grab everything out of there. Let's put that down into there. Now there are some things that you're just never going to be able to grab enough stuff for all in one go. Medical rooms are one of them. Anything particularly large or has any particularly expensive building requirements. Well, so what you'll notice here is on these these medical rooms, is they have a junction for conveyors on the top and bottom, and it's on the sort of the corner of the L there. So what you kind of need is to put it like that. Now I'm going to try and make this room into a sort of just sort of backup base, really, or probably end up being the main base. Oh, meteor storm incoming. Dun dun dun. Right. Next thing I'm going to do is something probably quite stupid, Seems there's a meteor storm incoming, so I'm just going to grab the uranium out of there. And I'm going to grind this down. And I'm going to grab a small reactor. That's an arc furnace, not a small reactor. Nice work there, whammy. Right. Just put this down here. Now, once again, we want one of the faces to be facing downwards. You want the yellow bits connecting with the yellow bits. So we'll just rotate it that way and then do that. There we go. Right, now our nuclear reactor is connected to any system we're going to build. Next thing I'm going to build on here is, well, the oxygen generator is not going to be a priority just yet. The first thing I want to build is a assembler, but I'm going to build the assembler sort of on this block here. So I'm going to take away these 2 blocks and we'll see how much faster this, as you'll see how fast that is. And I'm going to need 3 more conveyor junctions and an assembler. So 1, 2, 3, and then an assembler. Oh, that's an oxygen generator. Meh, that'll do. Arc furnace. Finally, where's the assembler at? They so need a search function on the building side of things. Aha, there's the assembler. Right, that's all the stuff we need. So I'm going to run down here and build conveyor junction and assemblers. So we want that block. Now be careful you don't pick up that block because that's the small conveyor tubes. That's for small blocks and stations. And it's already on there as well because, of course, yep, wasn't paying attention. Me not paying attention? Never. Right, okay, so 7 and then flip that around because it annoy me otherwise. 2 and 3. There we go. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the assembler facing downwards like that, and we'll have it like that. There we go. Now, there is a reason for this, which I'm going to explain now. As you'll notice that on the assembler access here, you can access it like this, but you'll see there's these tiny little things here. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. And you'll also notice that actually on the access there's another one of those there. There is a function for those, and you'll also notice it's not on the nuclear reactor and it's not on the medical room. These are for modules. And so what you can do is you can make a speed module, a yield module, and a power efficiency module. Obviously, the yield module means you will get more bang for your buck when it comes to resources. The speed is faster, power efficiency reduces the need for power on there. But now, at this point here, potentially, if things went all squiffy, I could sit here, I could farm dogs, I could pick up resources, I could pick up parts, sorry, not resources. I could turn those parts into resources and sort of build things from there. But before I'm really feeling safe, what I want to do is build a refinery. So I'm going to have the refinery over here with enough space to put the modules in. So I'm going to need, what, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to know at least 4 conveyor junctions and then a refinery. Right, that's now making the steel plates for a refinery. So let's grab these conveyor tubes. Right, that is our conveyor tubes refinery. I'm just going to press these. Do my own turrets just shoot me? Tardo things. Let's go and pick up the resources from those dogs. Now, as you'll notice, you do actually get quite a lot of stuff from killing these wolves. Like I said, it is actually, you know, it's totally a viable tactic. Once you get yourself set up, you can actually just do a farming strategy. Well, I've got the stuff for refinery building over there, so what I'm going to do is just, let's have a look at how much we would get just from those. There was, what, those, that, these weren't from them. Go production, disassembly, disassemble all. That was just from a couple of corpses. Right, let's put the rest of that in. I don't want to get rid of the steel tubes. Disassemble all. Okay. Now, refinery. There we go. Put that where the assembler was. Now, the refinery is kind of funky with where things go. So, I've got to figure out which direction we would want that in. Right, so we'd want the refineries, we want it looking upside down to us. So turn it on its head. Yep, okay, so it is so awkward, that's what it is. Right, so we want refinery looking like it's upside down, so we want it looking like this. Rotate it once, and then okay, so now we want to do that and bring it over there. Cool. Righty, that is our refinery built, even though it looks like it's upside down. So let's test this, just make sure everything is working. Oh, where's me? How much? Don't have much hydrogen, so I do have hydrogen. Now the iron was here. I know I was somewhere up this mountain. Can't find where I did my mine. Oh, okay, nickel. Screw it, this will do. Now, it used to be that you would die if you ran out of energy. Luckily, that is not the case anymore. As you see, I am very close to running out of energy. That was it before they introduced hydrogen. Right. So, here's a test. I'll go to the assembler. Can I drag this from here into the refinery? Yes. Yes, I can. Right. So, what I'm now going to do is, first of all, refill my energy. And just to ensure that everything is going to be powered for quite a while, I'm just going to go and grab some uranium. Then the final thing is I'm just going to build a little lip around the outside and put some more turrets down. And then at that point I'm ready to sort of play around other things. Right, here we go. Oh, bunny hopping. Oh, that was close. Almost got myself killed. Right. Let's just grab this stuff and put it into the refinery. There we go. Right, so that is not going to run out of energy anytime soon. Final thing to do, just to make sure this is all safe, is put a few more turrets around the outside. Now I'm going to have to make this 2 further back than here, just so I can put all my stuff out. Now I do want to put out a oxygen generator as well. Right guys, that is now a functioning sort of backup base. I have got a medical room which will now refill my oxygen if, you know, I actually had ice in there. Let's work on that real quick. Okay, now the ice in the oxygen generator, I can demonstrate that. There we go, as you see, it is refilling my oxygen and my energy, and I, for some reason, have my helmet on, which is just stupid, because I could have suffocated in an oxygen-rich atmosphere. Awesome. Have an assembler, have a refinery, and that is fairly well protected. Let me just kill some dogs coming in. Now, I would want at some point sort of build this up into an actual building and put other stuff on there, but that is now fully functioning. At that point, I'll start messing around with the lander.